did. He caught the child. He got him in a grip where he couldn't escape.
Hello beautiful people, welcome to KC Panthan, our very first Jiu-Jitsu retreat in Mukteshwar. We have our newly promoted brown belt, doctor, father, loving husband, everything in one go. An amazing Jiu-Jitsu half guard player, Deep Half.
Deep Half.
Bernardo Faria.
Bernardo Faria.
We start with, what are you doing here? Let's be rude.
See, the main purpose of me coming here was to, first of all, see you get promoted. That was the primary motive, and I was very enthusiastic about it because I've been waiting for your black belt more than anything else. Since my Jiu-Jitsu journey started with you, I have learned everything with you, from you, and so it's a big moment for me. My brown belt, I think, is a bonus which I have got today.
Tell me about your brown belt. क्या बेल्ट थी आपकी? और मैं सुनने में उसमें आर्टिस्ट नहीं लिखा हुआ जैसे बाकियों में लिखा हुआ है. ऐसा क्या हुआ है?
So I have stolen your belt. Yes, I have stolen your brown belt, and I am going to have it till we find somebody worthy to get that brown belt.
It passes on.
It passes on.
आपका Jiu-Jitsu journey personally कैसे शुरू हुआ?
So there was a time when I was into Muay Thai and kickboxing, and there was a young chap, about 18, 19-year-old, who used to learn Muay Thai from me, and he was a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu. So one day I asked him, let us grapple, and I was surprised that he could mount me, he could submit me from there within 5 minutes, and I felt a little helpless. So I thought that this is a good martial art, it's legit, and to add up to my kind of stand-up game, we need to put a BJJ perspective. And what if we are on the ground? What if I'm mounted by someone? We need to get something going from there. So when I came back to Delhi, I was abroad at that time, and I came back and I started looking for a good legit Jiu-Jitsu center. So that is where I went to BJJ India, and I met you, I met Arun. And again, at that time, I think you were just about a year old blue belt, if I'm not wrong. And I rolled with you. I was spazzy. I was bigger than you, I was stronger than you, but I was submitted again and again and again. At first, it was very difficult for me to understand Jiu-Jitsu as a game or as a mental thing, because I could not relate the kind of movements that Jiu-Jitsu offers, or the things that we actually want to do, in succession to get a Jiu-Jitsu game going. It took me a while. I started hating it in the middle when I was getting beat up by everyone, and I tried to, like everybody else, look at Jiu-Jitsu videos from the net, tried to learn from there, and made stupid mistakes. That was the biggest mistake of my life, because you cannot learn Jiu-Jitsu by looking at these videos. There was a time I was totally into Eddie Bravo. I was looking at rubber guard, and lockdown and electric chair, and I was trying it in the class. I used to fail miserably because people used to just put their pressure onto me, and I will be like, I wouldn't know what to do next. So then I realized, no, we have to learn it one step at a time. We have to learn it from scratch. We cannot put our own ideas into it in the beginning till we start understanding as to what is happening on the mats. Slowly I got into it. So it's been a long journey now. So from white belt to brown belt. Learned a lot. Still learning.
9 years?
10 years.
10 years.
2016. In fact, before that, I was going to another school before coming to BJJ India. So 10 years. 10 years, decade of.
Proud father.
Yes.
Arna, daughter.
Yes.
Pranil, son.
Yes.
Bunny.
Yes. So the idea was that I started training Arna in karate first, and she took to it initially, and she was very, very good at it, learning it also. She used to give her best on a karate mat also. But then, she started getting bored with it because the same kind of repetitive warm-ups every day, same kind of, katas, because as a child, you cannot be taught a lot. You have to go through a certain amount of repetitive motions every day. So it was getting to her, and she was on the verge of leaving martial arts altogether because she started saying as a 4-year-old, by that time, she almost a year of karate, and she started telling me, I don't want to go to class, I don't like it there. We do the same old things, I get bored there. So if your child is telling that, obviously, and if you want them to continue doing martial arts, you have to start thinking as to how to get them more interested. So that also, jiu-jitsu helped a lot, because when she got into jiu-jitsu, she took it like, it was what she was looking for. She was hooked onto it. She used to do 3 to 4, 5 classes a week, and we were frequenting every Sundays. We were coming for classes at Knots and Collar, and it was a good bonding moment for me with her. We really enjoyed doing jiu-jitsu together. Now Pranil, obviously, jiu-jitsu was the obvious choice, because now we have 2 people who already know a little bit of jiu-jitsu, so we could train him also. But I think till now I have not trained Pranil in jiu-jitsu. I have left it completely on his professors to teach him, and he's doing pretty fine. And it's been a year now for Pranil, because we started him pretty early. At 3.5, I had started him. It's been exactly 1 year now. He has been going to classes at Knots and Collar. And as far as whatever little I have done with him, he's doing absolutely fine. I think he's also doing good.
By the way, I rolled with Arna today.
Yeah.
Crazy movement, a lot of pressure, and amazing explosivity.
Yeah.
She said, no sir, I'm Mota. I like, Mota people don't be this explosive, and the kind of way you are moving, you're not even thinking. She hit one combo on me, from close guard to triangle to omoplata, and this happened within a second, maybe less than a second. I asked her, ये कॉम्बो तो हमने 4-5 साल पहले किया था कोविड टाइम में. यस सर, एकदम से हो गया बस.
I have a video of you teaching her the same combo, and going from a ambar to a triangle, and then going to omoplata, and you on a repetitive mode telling Arna to go on doing it, and she is doing that. So it's good she remembers, because her muscle memory has become like that doing jiu-jitsu for such a long period. At first we never, you remember, we used to always discuss, for kids, you used to never name moves, you used to just tell them to flow. Just tell them, go from here to here, do a Superman, or do something which they relate to, name of the move. But now, when we are teaching Arna omoplatas and we are teaching Arna armbar, those little details, we don't have to explain much to her, because it's already there in her muscle memory. But the highlight of Arna's jiu-jitsu has been the match she had as a yellow belt with the green belt girl who had come, who was the daughter of the, and she was almost the age of a blue belt.
हुआ क्या था? I think 2022.
Yes.
That one tournament जो Delhi Stadium में हुआ था, I'm forgetting the name. तो वहाँ पे we signed up Arna, entire school signed up, we all signed up.
Yeah.
But match नहीं मिला. So then we requested Professor Edison and one more, I'm forgetting the name. And then somehow उनकी दोनों daughter वहाँ पे थी.
Yes.
So जो elder daughter थी,
yes.
उससे request करा to let Arna have a match at least.
So I still
ऐसे medal
remember
नहीं चाहिए
one
हमें.
of the organizers, who was a black belt himself from Japan, he
Multiple
told me
degrees.
ki will she be able to handle it, because they are really high level jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I said, what will happen, sir? She'll just submit. She knows how to do a tap. Let her participate. Let her have a match with the green belt, and all that will happen. Just give her more insight as to how to go about
It was a
things.
very tough fight. It went on points. There was no submission. It went on points, I think.
Yes.
और पूरा match खत्म हुआ.
Arna lost the match. Arna escaped the mount twice with a knee elbow escape in that match, which were on the button, and they were beautiful, technical. Even the green belt girl was surprised as to what she was doing.
Came out,
and then she swept her for 2 points and passed guard. So she also earned some point. It was just not a one-sided
She
match.
tried shooting for triangles, multiple things from guard, but Arna didn't let anything happen.
Yes.
I remember.
But there was a complete size difference, power difference. There were a lot of
experience difference. And then if you're a daughter of a 4th or 5th degree black belt,
Arna was by the way, Arna was only 8.5 or 9 years old at that time, which was the highlight.
And she
because the
signed
girl
up.
was
And then she showed up.
yes,
Papa,
she
I'll
did.
do it.
She did.
Yeah.
There was always a problem finding her opponents of her age group with the same belt, because I think Arna started pretty young at that time. Jiu-Jitsu was not big. Now we are having regular.
See, even now, we have in-house
yellows,
tournaments.
yes.
The fact being कि kids, Jiu-Jitsu kids are very less in India, और जो भी हैं वो अभी initially start कर रहे हैं, which is very good that it has started somehow. So just to keep kids motivated or interested, we organize in-house tournaments. King of the Tatami,
Yes.
as you're very well aware, Arna has competed. Even Bunny has competed.
Yes.
So let's go to Bunny.
Yes.
Bullying हो रही है शायद स्कूल में.
Yeah, there was this little kid, he was bullying Bunny a little, or at least he was trying to. And Bunny was holding his ground, but not getting into a fight with him. And then, I don't know whether I was right or wrong. I told Bunny that if he hits you, you can at least do something to protect
Show
yourself.
something,
So he said, I can do jiu-jitsu with this boy. I said, see, in a protected way, yes, you can. And Bunny did that. Then the boy realized that Bunny is not that, weak. And so the boy now is keeping
But
his
before
distance.
that, you also went to the teachers.
Yes, we
You
complained.
warned the teacher that I'm not worried about Bunny. I'm worried about the other kid.
Yes.
Because again, at the end, वो भी बच्चा ही है.
Yes.
I'm worried about कि वो बच्चे को चोट लग जाएगी. So अगर लगेगी तो who will be responsible?
Yes,
We have
true.
controlled Bunny.
It can happen both. Even Bunny can get hurt, the child can get hurt.
Right.
So if there is a thing going on like that, it is our duty to tell the teachers that this should be stopped.
Yeah.
And this is a thing which is really sad. There shouldn't be any bullying at school. They are too small. They don't understand the implications of that. But it can actually make or break a child's psyche about going to school or feeling safe at school. And I think if there is an issue like that, it should be addressed in the most proper manner, because it is not right. They have very, very soft minds right now. So anything which is imprinted in a very forceful manner can leave an imprint which can last for many, many years to come. So those kind of things shouldn't happen at school. And then, if a child is doing some sort of martial art, anything, if he's doing karate, what will he do? He'll punch the child, which is
Immediately.
very, very violent, for punching a child. If the child has a fracture or something, or he has a head injury, it can be catastrophe. So at least Jiu-Jitsu does this. If you can subdue the child, that is what Pranil did. He caught the child, he got him in a grip where he couldn't escape. Then he dragged the child to the teacher and told the teacher that he is again hitting me. After that, the child also realized when he couldn't get out of Bunny's grips that he is no match, or whatever, he needs to relax. Now he's not troubling him, so there is good friendship between them.
Similar thing happened at the tennis court.
So the tennis court thingy was that one boy was trying to hit Bunny, run around, hit Bunny, and Bunny was telling him, do not do that. And one time he just comes, Bunny caught him. Instead of throwing him off or hitting him, he just gently moved him so that he loses his balance, like we do in Jiu-Jitsu, and he just made him lie down on the ground in a safe way. Then he told him, stay there, because if you hit me, I'll hit you back. That child also, then after that, was he was
He
away.
realized.
Yeah.
Parents were also.
So there were a few parents who saw that episode, and a couple of them came up to me and said that, oh, Bunny is so cool. The way he handled him was amazing. So I told them that he has been learning Jiu-Jitsu, and it's a very simple way of doing things in Jiu-Jitsu, and that is what he has done. So they're very interested in sending their kids for learning this. So it makes a difference. If your child is bully proof, I think he's gonna be more confident in overall, tackling day-to-day situations like this, or going out with friends or with people, where there can be some harm. At least your child will be able to take care of himself. We don't want our kids to hit other kids. That is a complete no-no in our house. In fact, we had to tell Bunny ki yes, it is okay to do, take care of yourself, because he was not ready to hit the child otherwise. That is what I have always taught Arna also from childhood. That Arna, you do not make the first move. But if somebody is bullying you, you do the minimum basic things to, tell him that, no, dude, this doesn't work. This has to stop right now. And, if I do this, then, you are going to get in trouble. And she has been doing that. As a child, there were a couple of kids who used to bully her, some boys at school. One time, I don't know whether you remember this or not, Arna picked one of them held both his arms and picked him up and said, now if you want, I can throw you down, and you can get hurt. Then the boy said, no, just put me down, I'll never trouble you again. So these are the kind of little things we need to.
So something that we are very vocal about the benefits of Jiu-Jitsu is this violence scalability factor. Like every situation does not demand ultimate kind of a violence. So one thing that we are very vocal about, if any parent inquire us, so the benefit about Jiu-Jitsu is the violence scalability factor, wherein you can decide the amount of violence that situation particularly demands.
Yes.
Karate people, if I'm into karate as my first art, overall amazing art, but as my first art, first thing that I'll be doing is hit you in such a situation.
Yes.
But at the end, if I'm a kid 4-year, 5-year-old, you're also a kid 4-year, 5-year-old, technically we can imagine कि क्या damage होने वाला है for everyone, and the parents would be involved, teachers would be involved.
Yeah.
It's not needed. So another example being, हम लोग शादी में हैं, मेरे ही कोई relative, if they're drunk, I don't want to kick them in the balls and then take the eyeball out. It's not. They're still relative, and then ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं है. So we can gently hug them, we can control them the way we do in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
Again, that's also part of self-defense. You're defending the situation, you're defending the environment, defending everyone. You're keeping yourself safe,
Yes.
keeping them safe. So again, one of the biggest benefit of Jiu-Jitsu is this violence scalability. Husband, father, doctor, martial artist, great human being, friend, advisor. क्या बच गया?
I'm still learning to, or still
How are you
earning to learn more and doing better of all these things.
Son.
Yes.
Yeah, because somehow you अपने time निकाला and you have to immediately rush back for some work. Time कैसे manage हो रहा है सबका?
So when I had more time on my hands, or I had a more defined job, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, like that. With Arna, you remember, I used to come back from work, and me and Gayatri both used to sit on the mats while she used to train, and we have done that for years altogether. Not only me, my wife too. She was also on the mats every day.
We used to say
कि गायत्री
एक तो honorary belt मिलनी चाहिए क्योंकि सारी movement पता है, सारी terminology पता है. And ma'am used to coach Arna shrimp, Arna roll,
yeah.
roll,
She used to
armbar.
Yes, she used
take
to
the
do
back.
Gayatri used to tell Arna what to do, and we used to tell her कि at least एक honorary belt तो तेरे को भी we should give. But now when the time is like less, at least now तो Arna is, sometime if she's in her element or in that mood where she gets mad, she can do damage to anyone. She gets on to me, and I have to, sometimes I feel, one time I felt like my neck would snap. You remember that?
I remember.
So, Sundays, I make it a point that we train for the class from 8:30 or 9:30, whenever. At least we start at 8:30 or 9:30 and we finish with the full rolling session at the end. So we have not been doing that for a while. I was injured. So now I'm better. We are going to get back to starting that. For Pranil, I really want to come and see his classes, and he also, yearns that I am there. Keeps telling, "Papa, आप मेरी class में नहीं आते." So now I will make it a point that, and even Gayatri can't come because we are occupied with work. But I'll at least try to be one class in a week to sit there or to get the gi like I used to do with Arna.
Just
assist Karneet when she's teaching them, and just be there on the mats, because I think that would give him, like it used to give Arna, a lot of because Arna used to be disciplined when I used to be on the mats, and so is Pranil. So he is also going to get sort of an encouragement that Papa is coming and getting interested in this. Today he was telling me after the roll, I rolled with him, and at his level, his age, he's doing
it's too
fine.
good. He armbarred me.
Really?
I have a complaint.
Yeah, he has learned the armbar. He has been doing that. It is very important for parents to get involved, because when we are involved in something, our kids also remain involved with that. Because always it was a problem for me कि आरना भी karate की तरह doesn't leave jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So that is why I started, actually. So even with Pranil, I'm going to do that, because that is where now she is 13. She understands if she leaves it, she's already an orange belt. It's gonna be a green next.
Orange black.
Orange black.
Please.
Yes, right. And green is black belt for kids. It's a very high level. After that comes blue belt, and then after blue belt, Arna, as per my understanding, can be promoted yearly till she reaches black by 18.
See, it's not a standard rule. After green, it can be directly purple or blue.
Okay.
And then anyhow, purple ke baad is what, 1.5 years to brown, and then 1 year to black. It's a minimum time.
Yes.
Last question. What would you advise yourself? So, Dr. Nishant Soni, in 2016, who was starting Jiu-Jitsu, to where is he right now? So the new right now version, what would he advise his first version?
So do more classes with Arna on Sundays. Be regular on the mats, because
So my Sunday classes are
otherwise then I don't justify my brown belt. See, technically I am okay. I've done so much Jiu-Jitsu, but I need to be in practice, And if I'm a brown belt under you, I need to justify your name also. And
I would never say you're a brown belt under me.
Why?
अपना नाम क्यों लगाना? You earned it by yourself. You are a brown belt. ये तो बोलना ही नहीं चाहिए हमें under this.
No. But see, you are the professor, so it's always going to be Binish Sukhija, Dr. Professor Vakar, Binish, and then Nishant Soni. Yeah? So that lineage stays. So now be more regular on the mats and get Arna back on the mats.
और कुछ ही सालों में Pranil
and
joins
and
Sunday
go
session
for one class every week with
Pranil.
Yes. And to see him also,
Newcomers, new white belts, completely new white belts who have seen Jiu-Jitsu via screen, online, या किसी podcast में सुना that go join. What would you advise them?
Jiu-Jitsu is not about belts and how fast you get them. It is a slow burner. There is a lot to learn in Jiu-Jitsu, and you don't learn it in a day.
Right.
You are going to keep making mistakes before you get it right, and it is gonna be, those mistakes are gonna translate into months, maybe a year also at times. Be at it. Don't be spazzy. In Jiu-Jitsu, you hurt yourself. If I have ever been hurt in a Jiu-Jitsu match, it has been because I have done something stupid, and it has not been the opponent has done something to me. Because the moment the opponent has put me in a bad situation, I have the power to tap and get out of it, evading injury. But I have always injured myself. I have caused injuries to myself just because I was spazzy, and because I was too aggressive, or I was doing something which was wrong, getting wrong grips, putting my finger inside, getting it caught, getting it rolled over. So these kind of things are to be avoided. And to avoid these, you need to understand, and you play it like a chess game. Once you start understanding the little details, you are going to love Jiu-Jitsu. It is going to be the most wonderful moment of the day for you on the mats, because there you are not only exercising, you're not only doing cardio, you are doing abs, you are doing chest, you are doing arms, full body workout for that half an hour. And obviously you are using your mind also. And when you are on the mats, everything is left behind. All your worries are out of the mat. All your sadness is off the mats. It's out of the dojo also. You are right on the mats, you are doing things, and you are only thinking about what you are going to be doing next. That is what Jiu-Jitsu is to me.
You have no idea, but maybe this conversation can be a granth.
Really? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for showing up itni dur se special travel karke.
Thank you for teaching us so many things, Binish.
Brown belts.
Always a pleasure talking to you.